Welcome back to the Candid Be Candid crew, and I want to step in and introduce a new style of video that I want to have on the channel. And that's going to be a style of video where I'm talking. It's a talking mainly and only channel for the most part, and that way you are able to multitask and listen and go about your day. So I want to start this off with one of my favorite things to talk about, which is my personal style. My personal style, if I had my choice of living, aesthetic, shopping, visiting, vacationing, is always coastal. I am a coastal girl. Now, they have this aesthetic called coastal grandma, and clearly I'm not a grandma, but the coastal vibe is my vibe. That doesn't just mean places that I choose to visit on vacation, which most of you know that I love Malibu, but that also means the style of clothes that I buy, the brands of clothes that I shop with, and the places that I aspire to live long term, which is small coastal beach towns. Now, all of you know that I love Malibu. I've talked about that many times on this channel. I shared my Malibu visiting blog and suggestions, but what most of you don't know is that there's been a lot of talk around Martha's Vineyard and Oaks Bluff with the recent release of the Ralph Lauren collection. I am constantly on a hunt and constantly searching places to live in Oaks Bluff and Sag Harbor. Those are two coastal, historically black towns where black people were able to live and vacation and enjoy the beach and enjoy a relaxed atmosphere in peace. And you know that in this country we haven't always been able to do that. These are places that were regulated for black people. Now, I visit places, and both of these places are on my favorites to list. Malibu is one of the places that I go to often, but the other places not so much. And yes, there is a relaxed vibe there, but Oaks Bluff, Martha's Vineyard, these are some of the places that I have not had the opportunity to visit, only because they take a lot of coordination. Especially with Martha's Vineyard, you have to take the ferry and you have to coordinate things in and out of season. There's not a lot of hotels there, so you're mostly renting homes and staying in bed and breakfasts, which is also something that I enjoy. I shared another black-owned bed and breakfast with you all on this channel in Maryland. So for Martha's Vineyard and Sag Harbor, specifically, those are places that are high on my priority list to visit, not only for vacation, but also in hopes of one day owning there. Now, keep in mind, these places are expensive, and it's going to take the Lord and a little bit of money to make this dream happen. So for the meantime, I like to enjoy the aesthetic. So most of the time, if you look at places like this, you're going to see a lot of blues, which is my favorite color, a lot of navies, a lot of whites. You see here the hydrangeas, the sailboats, and to me, all of that says calming. And that's the vibe that I want year round. That's the vibe that I want in my life, the peace that I want in my life. So in order to be in these type of spaces, it takes a little bit of research. And so I want to explore the history of the people and the aesthetic there. So I shop a lot at Banana Republic. That is where I probably buy 90% of my wardrobe. And as you also know, Banana Republic also is the sister company to the Gap. So between those two places, that is pretty much where I get 90% of my workwear, 90% of my casual everyday wear. I don't shop outside of those norms very often. But speaking of, Ralph Lauren introduced this week a Oaks Bluff collection that focuses around elite circles, HBCU culture. You all know that I'm an HBCU mom. My son recently graduated from an HBCU, but it also celebrates the class, the style, the ease, the look, just the effortless slang that I call it, of a coastal look mixed with a classy look. And I think that that's needed in today's culture. We have to bring back some class into the culture. And this may not be everybody's aesthetic, but for somebody like me that loves coastal, that is more of my vibe. And it does tend to be a little bit more neutral, as you can see a little bit in this picture. It's a lot of crisp white shirts, toned down makeup, which is also my style. I told you guys, for the most part, I'm on a very neutral, no makeup look, a very 90s mainly look. Now I wanted this to show more of the outfit, because this outfit is from Banana Republic, but that's kind of more of the tone of the aesthetic that I ascribe to. It's going to be more so toned down look, more of a 90s everyday vibe. Now when I dress up, I do tend to wear more of an 80s style glam. I don't do a lot of beaten makeup, patty cake makeup. Like, that's certainly not my style. I'm very much into a very natural look. If I'm going out for an evening, then I do opt for a more 80s inspired look. Think Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show, or Helen Willis from The Jeffersons. I'm very much into a 80s Dominique Devereaux, Diane Carroll type of elevated makeup look. That is going to be more of my style of makeup look when I'm going out. But again, for just day-to-day, every day at work, I definitely opt for a more classic 90s neutral no makeup look. And that also matches the type of clothes that I tend to wear in the office, which is also more of a neutral tone. I wear a lot of navies, I wear a lot of tans, a lot of cognac, a lot of browns, black sometimes. I very rarely, I will wear red, and red is an excellent color on me, but I do tend to stay to more muted neutral tones. That's just what I think looks well on me. I think it's a classy look that fares very well in and outside of the office. And I've even had some of the younger women in my office that will stop me and say, "Blue looks so good on you. Like, that's your color, I like your whole look. Like, everything matches." And that's me just on a normal day. I'm wearing navy or white or cream or cognac. And my bag is going to reflect that. My shoes are going to reflect that. My jewelry is more gold tone. I tend to stray away now from silver or sterling silver jewelry. I definitely lean more now heavy into the gold minimalist look. Even when I wear my iWatch, it has the gold stainless steel band, but I'm very much very thin, dainty bracelet. I will stack my necklaces from time to time, but even then they're very thin, very minimal, and that's just the more of a classic toned down look that I like to wear, because with that look you truly can move from anywhere. You can move from any setting, and I feel like I'm never really caught off guard with that look, but it still kind of feeds into my coastal relaxed vibe. Like, I'm not super dressed up, but you can tell that whether I'm in the office, whether I'm just hanging out, I kind of keep a very stable wardrobe. And I know a lot of people get into capsule wardrobe, and I guess I tend to do that also, but for me, I just don't like a lot of change. And it's easy for me to just get up and move about my day or pick out clothes. I don't have to think hard about what I'm going to wear. It's as long as things are clean, it's easy for me to grab a white shirt or grab some navy or grab some black or grab some brown I've got shoes. I kind of keep them in a muted tone as well. And it's just easy for me to be able to go. I don't spend a lot of unnecessary wasted time trying to put outfits and things together. Everything is pretty much stable. And even though this is speaking on a more day-to-day and I don't live that lifestyle now, I love a coastal vibe. So all of those colors kind of go into and stay steady on the coastal vibe, which is what, you know, I tend to prefer. And I'm also a Pisces, so I don't know if it has something to do with the weather. You see this scarf is from a company called Zest. I buy a lot of those travel scarves. And again, even in this muted coastal background, you can see the light browns, the neutrals, the creams. That's just kind of the vibe that I tend to wear a lot. But that Zest travel scarf, you can usually get those on sale, 2 for $100, $50, $60 if they're not running a sale. And I have one of those with me at all times. This is another thing. I am into the Lands' End bags. I use this for my work bag, also for travel. I have them monogrammed and personalized. Now, I love my 90s and 80s R&B, but there is nothing like yacht rock when you're out by the water and you're chilling and everything is vibing. Get into some yacht rock, y'all. You will not be disappointed. My favorite yacht rock song is Sailing by Christopher. I forget his last name right now, but you know who I'm talking about. But that is my favorite song, Sailing, when I'm out by the water and chilling. Christopher Cross, I'm sorry. But you all, I just wanted to introduce a little bit of my style, a little bit of things that I love, which is the coastal vibe, the coastal lifestyle. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed the new style of audio only, and I look forward to talking with you about it. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think.